When most people think of Haitian culture or street organizations in America, the first image that probably comes to mind is Little Haiti in North Miami or Southern Florida in general. Most people wouldn't think of the Boston metro area or Massachusetts as a whole to be a mecca for Haitians in America. Let's dive into this, plus other surprising trends in the Bay State that maybe even long-term residents of the Commonwealth weren't aware of. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So I've got a hopefully interesting video for you guys today. While researching a separate video, I came across some information and statistics that were very surprising, to me at least. I've always been interested in Haitian culture. I'm just very interested in learning about different cultures in general since I was a little kid. After first arriving in the United States in the 1970s, Haitians have acquired a fearsome reputation on the American streets. Their fearlessness towards violence in the inner cities was a direct result of years living in horrendous conditions in their native Haiti. And there was always rumors and myths about practices of dark arts like voodoo within the Haitian culture as well. Through a combination of facts and myths, the Haitian people have certainly made an impression on American society. The Haitian people in general are tough and proud, and they often use the word Zo to identify their Haitian heritage. The literal translation for the word Zo from Creole to English is bone, so they're using the word to identify themselves as hard. As far as the application of the word Zo is used to identify Haitian street organizations in America, I'd say it's a pretty accurate description. So the very interesting and honestly surprising information I found out while researching a separate video is that Massachusetts is becoming a center for Haitians in America. I've always been well aware that there's plenty of Haitians in Massachusetts, predominantly throughout the Boston metro area, but the first thing that comes to mind when I at least think of Haitians in America is Florida. I think that's probably a common train of thought with most people. When Haitians first began fleeing the horrendous conditions that resulted from the corrupt government of dictator Papa Doc Duvalier and then his son Baby Doc, they first arrived in southern Florida, mostly Dade County in the Miami area. They were often referred to as boat people and were mostly deported back to Haiti. Because of changes in federal immigration laws in 1965, a lot of the Haitians remained in the United States. The first Little Haiti was in North Miami, which is still the center for Haitian culture in the city, and it's where Zo Pound was created, one of the most infamous Haitian street organizations in America. Florida is so weird. Directly north of the hood in North Miami is Aventura, with million-dollar high-rise condos everywhere. But what I found out is that the Boston metropolitan area now has a higher Haitian population than the Miami metro area. That's right, Boston has more Haitians now than Miami. Just wanted to make a brief interruption in this video and wish all the fathers out there. I know this isn't going to come out on Sunday on Father's Day like I try to have on my videos, but all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Somebody noticed this in my video last week. This was an early Father's Day gift, and it's really, my kid picked me some flowers, but this is the only gift I got, but it's still my favorite gift either way, if I did get other gifts. Somebody noticed it last week. That's ODB. It's the cover of Brooklyn Zoo, his album cover. It's like an action figure with the Brooklyn Zoo CD cover case in the background. That's a good Father's Day gift. The Boston metropolitan area has the second highest Haitian population in America, second to New York City. New York City is like 20 times the size of Boston, 9 million people or something to Boston's 500,000, but it only has 80,000 more Haitians than Beantown. Florida still overall has the highest Haitian population in the United States. What I found out is that it's more spread out throughout Dade, Broward, and Palm counties. There's also decent-sized populations on the West Coast in Tampa and Fort Myers in the Orlando, Central Florida area. Massachusetts has the third highest Haitian population behind New York State, but Massachusetts has the fastest growing Haitian population in the United States. Unfortunately for the Haitian people, the situation in their country keeps getting worse. The first Haitians came to Massachusetts in the 1970s, but since the 2000s, with the massive earthquake in Haiti and now the crime and violence at an all-time high, many people continue to flee the troubled island. The new Haitian immigrants have reached out to relatives living in Massachusetts, but also, without getting too political, the liberal policies of Massachusetts have made it a haven for refugees fleeing their countries. In recent years, the state of Massachusetts has seen the Haitian population grow steadily, and they are now the fourth largest immigrant group in the Commonwealth, behind Chinese, Dominicans, Indians from India, and Brazilians being number 5. I think the most interesting thing that I've found out through the entirety of this research is that the Boston metropolitan area has the highest foreign-born black population in the entire country. 37% of black Bostonians are born in a foreign country. That's almost half. A large portion of these people are coming from Haiti, parts of Cabo Verde, and Nigeria. Also, another interesting fact is that a large portion of Massachusetts residents that identify as African American are moving out of the actual city of Boston. With gentrification changing the face of entire neighborhoods and the price of rents rising to astronomical heights, many long-term residents of the city have moved elsewhere in the Commonwealth. In 1970, 76% of black people in Massachusetts lived in Boston. In a 2020 census, it has dropped to 36%. That's half. The African American population has increased steadily throughout the North Shore and especially in the Merrimack Valley area, which is not an area known for that. One notorious city to the south of Boston has a large black population which has steadily grown in the past few decades. Brockton. It actually has the highest percentage of black residents in the whole Commonwealth. Another especially shocking statistic, to me at least, is that Brockton, Mass. Has the fourth largest Haitian population in the entire United States, with 13,716 out of the total 150K plus residents. They split North Miami and Miami proper up in the Florida census, and Brockton is sandwiched between the two in the top 10 list of American cities. I have long wanted to cover the streets of Brockton, Mass., and I promise I will do it soon. The city also has a large Cape Verdean population and a legendary outlaw motorcycle club history. It was just amazing to me as someone who has briefly lived in southern Florida, Pompano Beach to be exact, and spent a good deal of time down there, that Brockton, Mass. Has a bigger Haitian population than Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and the actual city of Miami. To me, those are some of the first things that come to mind when I think of Haitians in America. Pompano, the home of famous Haitian rapper Kodak Black, is only 12th in America when it comes to Haitian populations. I don't know, maybe because it's more spread out down there and neighborhoods aren't as packed in so tight like they are in the Northeast, but to me it's much more noticeable when you're in a Haitian hood like the ones off the Dixie Highway in Pompano than it is when you're in Massachusetts. Like I said, the situation has been changing throughout the 2000s, and Massachusetts Haitian populations have grown exponentially. In more recent years, the Haitian populations have grown in cities outside of Boston, like Brockton. Haitians, like other ethnic groups that identify as black, have been moving away from the Boston area en masse. One area that has seen the highest increase most recently in foreign-born black people, a large percentage being Haitian, was surprisingly to me the Merrimack Valley. The old industrial cities of Haverhill and Lawrence have long been havens for Hispanic people like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and to a smaller degree Colombians, and Lowell has the second highest Cambodian population in the United States after Long Beach, California, but has never had much of a black population. Every single community in the area from the far east of Haverhill all the way over to Tingsboro in the west have had some of the highest increases in the Commonwealth, even the more suburban communities like Dracut, Chelmsford, and Methuen. Methuen actually surprisingly now has the 10th largest Haitian population in Massachusetts, more than Somerville, which I thought of having a decent-sized Haitian population. I've always heard rumors that a lot of the problems between Somerville and Cambridge, primarily the beef between the Port 44 and MP 45 crews, started years back between Haitian kids from the Mystic Projects in Somerville and kids from the Port Projects in Cambridge. The two main housing projects in Cambridge's Port neighborhood are Newtown Court and Washington Elms. They were built early for public housing in 1938 in an area that was previously occupied by a tenement neighborhood. Originally, the projects were built to be segregated, whites living in Newtown Court and blacks living in Washington Elms. The majority of Haitians in Cambridge live in the Port and Coast neighborhoods which border one another. Rapper Millie's, while being white, puts on a lot for Haitian culture, is from the Coast neighborhood and spent a lot of time in the next door Port Hood hustling in Columbia Park. While near the Coast border, it's still technically in the Port. Columbia Park was a legendary spot in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s for black and Puerto Rican hustlers selling an incredibly popular version of a South American product. Most of the dudes that Millie's chills with are Haitian. The Jack dude you see in a lot of his videos with dreads is a Haitian dude and a childhood friend of Millie's who is now his manager. Other Cambridge rapper G Nipsey is a close friend of Millie's and also Haitian. In one of Millie's new videos they dropped recently on YouTube, Op with G Nipsey, there's a lot of Haitian pride and love going on throughout the video. The song Op itself has a very South Florida flavor to it. In the early 2000s, I used to go down to Boynton Beach with my ex in Broward County, Florida. Her parents lived in a complex in a neighborhood that became Little Haiti down there. I used to get butt off some local Haitian kid when I was down there. One day we were talking about rap and he gave me a mixtape of some local Haitian rappers from down there that were part of a clique called Top 6. It had a very distinct sound with a real high-pitched synthesizer, a basic drum machine with booming bass. The song Op has notes that high-pitched synthesizer and South Florida booming bass sound. They filmed part of the video in front of the mural in North Miami, and they filmed part of the video back in Boston and River Street Mini Mart and Hyde Park with mad dudes all in the background throwing up Haitian flags. And I think they filmed part of it in Mattapan too, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that triple deck is in Mattapan. Hyde Park and Mattapan still have some of the highest concentration of Haitians in the actual city of Boston. Parts of Dorchester and Roxbury have had Haitian residents, but Mattapan has traditionally had a larger population. There have always been standout Haitian members in these neighborhood crews in Boston throughout the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Like I said previously, Haiti throughout the 1960s, 70s, and early 80s was terrible under the rule of Papa Doc Duvalier and his son Baby Doc. The government was corrupt, their family lived in opulence while the rest of the country lived in abject poverty. The police and military would mete violence out to the citizens at the dictator's orders. After Baby Doc was overthrown in the 80s, the country sunk into even worse chaos and violence. The bottom line is when a lot of these young Haitian refugees came to America, the inner city violence didn't seem too bad compared to what they had just come from. Many Haitians were standout in different neighborhood crews throughout Boston's most dangerous period in the late 80s and early 90s. I made a video a while back about Jeff Bly, the guy who took out a Massachusetts district attorney because he thought he would avoid going to prison because of it. Footnote, he's spending his life in prison now. He was the leader of a small neighborhood crew, the Theodore Street Seahawks. One of their main steppers was a Haitian dude from Morton Street with the imaginative nickname of Haiti. After the district attorney lost his life, the Boston police conducted massive sweeps, and one Haiti was detained and deported back to his native country. Around 2005, the violence picked back up in Boston after cooling off in the second half of the 1990s. There was a brief spike until around 2011, not as drastic as the late 80s and early 90s, but definitely worth mentioning. Haitians, along with Cape Verdean Bostonians, can share some of the responsibility for that. Haitians have developed a reputation for their fierceness in the streets throughout the East Coast, but Cape Verdeans really don't live outside New England. But certain segments of both groups are known in Boston and throughout Massachusetts for their stance in regards to violence. Haitians in Florida developed a bit of a nasty reputation for taking people involved in smuggling large amounts of illicit products and cash hostage and basically retrieving what they came for by any means necessary. I've heard horror stories of Haitian guys showing up to the wrong house and whole families inside reaping the consequences. This is on top of the myths and rumors that Haitian guys hired voodoo priests and priestesses to put hexes on their enemies or perhaps people that are in positions of power they wanted to assume. This made these guys extremely feared. It's one thing to excel at committing actual acts of violence, but the fear of supernatural powers on top of that is the stuff that nightmares are made of. Another South Shore town that has a sizable Haitian population and actually has the second highest percentage of black residents in the entire Commonwealth is Randolph. Randolph, Mass. Is behind Brockton at number 2 with 33% of their total population identifying as black. Brockton is 41%, that's almost half of their total population. Out of the 12,000 plus residents in Randolph that identify as black, about 1/3, a little over 4,000, are of Haitian descent. That's only 2,000 less than West Palm Beach, Florida. So Boston, Brockton, and Randolph are 1, 2, and 3 respectively in the Commonwealth in regards to Haitian populations, but 4, 5, and 6 are cities right next to each other north of Boston. Number 4 is Malden, Mass., which I always heard there were Haitians in Malden. I was in the Salvation Army in Saugus with a kid from the Maplewood area in Malden, and he told me about beefs he had with Haitian kids there, and I think that's even the reason he went upstate. I didn't realize, though, that there was a community of 3,000 plus Haitians in the city of Malden. Then at number 5 is the city of Everett, and then 6 is the nearby city of Medford, Mass. The only North Shore city on the top 10 list was not surprisingly Lynn, which also has the highest black population in general on the North Shore and is also steadily growing. This might be more interesting to me because I live in the North Shore area, but the two communities in that area that have seen the highest increase in foreign-born black residents were the traditionally very white communities of Saugus and Peabody, Mass. The downtown area and South Peabody neighborhoods have changed a lot since the turn of the millennium, with the Hispanic population doubling from 2000 to 2020 and the black population tripling. It's still a relatively small percentage overall, but it's the highest increase in the North Shore area. I know this stuff interests me more than the average Joe, but those were shocking statistics to me. Firstly, I didn't realize what a mecca for Haitians Massachusetts has become, with the Boston metro area now having more Haitians than the Miami metro area. That's just mind-boggling. And that Brockton, Mass has the fourth highest Haitian population in the entire country, in front of classical Haitian American South Florida cities North Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano, Boynton, West Palm, Fort Myers, Hollywood, Tampa, and Orlando. That's just wild. The fact that so many black residents of the Commonwealth are moving away from Boston was also interesting, but not surprising at all. Basically, everyone who used to live in Boston is moving out, Irish and Italians included. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I'm going to do a video about Brockton soon, the outlaw motorcycle clubs, various street organizations, Haitians, and most definitely the Cape Verdeans of the city. So if you have anything you want to add, hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or email me. If you're on Instagram, follow me. I post stuff about videos I'm working on. It's J_TRIMMINS. I just recently got back on IG after a while. I'm also working on a video about another misunderstood Massachusetts city, which is actually what I was doing when I stumbled upon the information that brought you this video. So like always, hit me up if you have requests, ideas, or info about videos. Let me know if you want me to go more in depth about Haitian crews and Mass, or if you want to know about specific ones. Also, if there's anyone that can help me out in regards to Cape Verdean stuff that goes on outside the city of Boston and really Massachusetts, like the crews down in Providence, Pawtucket, and Central Falls, Rhode Island, I would really like to do a video on that in the near future, so please, if you can help me, contact. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I'm doing my best to have one come out every week for you guys. You know what to do. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But most of all, guys, like I say every video, make good choices, make good decisions, take good care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your fellow human beings. Try to have a nice day. I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless.